No mai, haere mai. Welcome in to Rugby League Park for Wellington Orcas taking on the Counties Manukau Stingrays. Anthony Gelling joining you for the second time today alongside me, Courtney Tiari.
Kia ora, Anthony. Thank you so much for having me. Tēnā koutou katoa. Great to be here. Looking forward to our Sky Sport New Zealand Women's Premiership. We had round one last week with some blowout scores, I would say, but looking for a tight contest today between these two sides.
Well, I'll tell you what, Rugby League Park, probably the best name for a park, isn't it? Nice, clear, to the point. As you mentioned, last week's scores. Canterbury there, 22 points to 8 over Wellington.
And it was a strong outing by the Bulls. However, the Orcas, they started well. They opened up the scoring. They had a lot of possession, but it was just the discipline and the small areas that got in the way, allowing Canterbury to get the win over them. But the Stingrays, I tell you what, they were very strong, really showing the rest of the competition what they can do, winning this one over Waikato 40 points to 0.
Yeah, huge statement there for Counties with that win. And of course, Wellington looking to get back into the winner's circle this week. As you can see, the Vulcans, the Orcas and Waikato still looking to pick up their first wins. Counties, Canterbury, Akaranga. All tied at the top of the table, but we'll see how that table looks after this game. So we have a look at Wellington's team there. Any noticeable changes there from last week, Courtney?
Not any noticeable changes, but for me it's Collins, who will be wearing the number 24 jersey, but playing in that 5/8 role. She was very dominant on attack for her side, also very strong with her kicking game. So keep an eye on Mary Ann Collins today.
Well, we have a coach there, have a chat to their coach, Ake Perea.
We're joined here by the Wellington Orcas, Ake Pereira. Ake, you're looking to bounce back in round two. How's your prep been?
Yeah, girls have turned up well this week. It's just all about reconnecting, learning from our first kickoff. So yeah, good to go for round two.
What's your game plan to counter Counties?
Simple but effective. We know Counties are strong, I guess, on the edges in the middle. So for us, it's just staying connected defensively.
And what's your message been to the team?
Just to go relax and they play the footy that they know. It's a long game. So, you know, just completing sets is our goal for today.
Anything you'd like to add?
So we're having a look at the team they're taking on today for Counties. Plenty to like there. And a strong south side influence there. Lords Tuiala, the fullback. Fraser Bakaya, the number 18, huge, bringing some huge impact off the bench for them. Katrina Nathan in the 10 jersey. Keep your eye on her, getting this team forward as well. We had a chat with their coach, Lewis Papali'i, just moments earlier.
We're joined here by Counties Manukau, Lewis Papali'i. Louis, you made the trip down to windy Wellington for a round two clash. How's the team feeling?
Yeah, they're actually pretty relaxed this morning. Good flight down. Nice and cool down here, so looking forward to it.
What are you expecting from the Orcas today?
We watched their game back from last week and they're a pretty strong pack. Me personally, I thought their edges were quite strong, so we'll be looking to defend out wide as much as possible.
Who should the people at home be looking out for today?
And our team?
Yeah.
I'd say the whole pack. They're a young pack, so and we've got a couple debuting as well today, so it'll be interesting to see how they go and see how our team gels on the field today.
You got any final thoughts?
Looking forward to playing in this arena. It's like where the Gladiators are from, so it's nice down here. Awesome. Yeah.
Hey, good luck today.
Awesome, thank you.
So Coach Lewis Papali'i there, sporting the mullet. Looks like it's got some extra length on it there. Let that be a guide for the wind for you, blowing in the breeze there. 24-kilometre winds coming in for windy Wellington. Is that high for Wellington?
I think it's probably just a normal day, isn't it? Pretty average for down in Wellington, as we see the team starting to head out to the field now.
So a rousing reception there from the Wellington faithful. course, not too often we get to see any women's rugby league here in Wellington. No official comp there for the girls. However, when they come together, it's a beautiful thing. Jack Feathers there, the referee. The man in the middle looks like he's got a refrigerator taped to his back there. Size of that thing, holy hiccup. So game plan from the Wellington coach, stay connected. As you said, counties are strong on their edges and their middle. So I'm sure a fast start will be important here. As counties take this one to the middle of the park. Oh! That is a statement of intent. So Kanetra Nathan, the number 10, on tackle 2, on the back of a huge run from the kickoff. And just like that, not the start Wellington would have wanted.
No, absolutely not. Just giving away an early penalty, allowing counties to have cheap meters. But let's have a look at this one. Umfa, get off me. She runs straight over the top of the Wellington Orcas defenders. So hard to take down, and off the back of that, they're already up to the 40-metre line. Well,
it was the big bump off, and then it's the step over the top for me. Here they come now. Counties Manukau on tackle 2. Down the short side. Ball's popped loose. Great defence from Wellington there, able to knock the ball loose. Counties with their tails up look to be heading in for an early try for all money. However, Wellington stand up there.
Yeah, Wellington will be very happy to turn over possession there. The way that counties were just charging through the middle of the field. Wellington Orcas, as they said, they want to stay connected on defence, and they did just that.
So here come the Orcas. Off the scrum is McKinnon, spinning, not held. Up towards the middle of the field now. Tuangalu. Oh, wow. Ooh, great energy from the crowd here as Wellington make their way over halfway. Second carry in the set there for Tuangalu. This time they work it right. Netball style pass off the chest. Finding McKinnon. Raquel Anderson. She goes left on the last tackle. They opt not to kick, but to shift it down to that left edge. It's knocked on by Collins. Hand over.
And this is what really beat the Wellington Orcas last week. They would do so well on their sets to get it up down the other end of the park, and then it's just poor ways for them of finishing off their sets. Just those errors creeping in for them last week. So they'll want to get on top of that early, not allow that to have a snowball effect in this match.
Well, we'll see how they can take hold of this game as it progresses. Of course, Collins and Burgess, your 6 and 7 for this one. Curtis. That's Taylor Curtis. So there's a defender left on the ground there as they play it back to Salovi. They go left. Curtis. She's got a winger there. Nice little catch and pass back inside. Some may say unnecessarily. However, Counties strike first, 4-0.
Well, great work from Counties there. That's exactly what they did last week, and the momentum just keeps rolling on We've seen early in this match how good they are at getting down the field. They just shift the ball out to this left edge. A great pass from Curtis out to her winger, who passes it back on the inside to put her over for the first of the day.
So 4-0 the score, just under 5 minutes gone in this one. Counties there. So Danny Nicole Gray. It's a nice attempt, but it's away to the right. So score remains 4-0. And you look at that Counties pack just gearing up to go again. What's the recipe? How do you stop these guys?
Well, you have to man up on defence, don't you? And I tell you what, they are not afraid of it, this Counties side. They've got strike weapons all over the park. And as you said, the Wellington Orcas had a defender down, so they had so much space. Counties out on this left edge, which they found so easily.
Yeah, you got to man up in defence. Easy for you to say, sitting in the commentary box.
I agree. That's why I'm here and not out there, let me tell you. The way Anna Taumalolo ran up that first hit off the kickoff. No, thank you.
Well, you'd think they would kick it somewhere else, but no. Here she goes again, winding up. Oh, an offload there. Goes loose. See what the referee says here. Looks like it's going to be Wellington ball off the back of a double knock on.
And this is where I would like to see the growth from Wellington from last weekend. They were in this position so many times. They weren't able to complete their sets or get a repeat set and just finish off. So it'd be great to see what they've done at training this week and what their go-to is here.
Yeah, well, their coach said it was all about building on what happened last week and reconnecting. So let's see what they can come up with here. Strong run. Tara Kerr. 12 metres out from the line. They've got options down the left, but they'll go back towards the post. Rotoaso, 5 metres out now. Make that 2 metres. Very close to the Counties line. Shows it inside, outside. Omere. Omere still. So Blackburn King in the 13. She'll hit short, but they go out the back. Shifting it now. There's space out there. Oh, wow. That's how you shut the door. So a bit of push and shove there with the markers still on here for Wellington. Can they crash it over? Access denied. Big defence from Counties on that left edge. Opportunity goes begging for Wellington.
Well, it sure does, and they did everything right. They got Counties up, but I tell you what, it was the tackle from Uraamo Taiaki. You see it here, just lifts up McKinnon, drives her into the ground.
Oh, wow.
And a big hit from Marianne Collins, trying to keep Counties down their own end.
Not an easy task, of course. As Counties. Oh, little bobble in the play, the ball. Referee says play on. So another strong carry there. Body's just scattering every time Taumalolo touches the ball. Oh, wow. So the Wellington defense are doing something right because they're knocking the ball loose. Is that the third time already this game?
Third time, and they're just getting up in the face of Counties Manukau here. They've got 2-3 players in the tackle, just applying that pressure. As we've said early, strong runs from Counties Manukau. Mary Ann Collins comes over the top of Sam Curtis, and they're just playing this arm wrestle at the moment, both these sides, with pure aggression and intensity that we've been treated to in almost this first 10 minutes. A reminder that the women's competition, it is 35-minute halves.
Yeah, Sam Curtis pulling up the handbrake on that last carry, trying to Tokyo drift her way out of that one. She's just getting a bit of attention there in back plate.
Well, if it's one thing I know about the Curtis sisters is they are very tough. She'll want to stay out there. You can see her. I'm good. I'm all good to go. And maybe the trainers say, you know what, next time, maybe just don't run straight at Collins.
Wise words. That sounds like a smart game plan to me. So interesting to see where this game, where this field actually is. I've never been to Rugby League Park. It looks like it's halfway up a mountain. Something like that.
It looks like it. Even the coach of Counties Manukau said they're excited to play here. It looks like some of the Gladiators have been as Counties drive the Orcas back.
Yeah, I think they filmed some of Lord of the Rings here. Slight chance. Nice little play there from Wellington down the left edge. Anderson sends play right. Oh. Motuaso plays it there. Huge contact already in this game. Anderson. Oh. You said 35-minute halves. You know what? Just let this game go all day. This is pure entertainment.
Well, it's great athleticism. You can see the intensity. Every hit, every run, every player putting their hand up. They want some of this action.
So here we go now. Counties on the kick return there. Wellington getting to their end of their set. This Counties so dangerous with ball in hand. Every one of their runners just seems to find their front. Nice little flick pass there. Oh, it's been called back. So right idea there for Counties, a little off with the execution as the pass goes forward. But you look at the completion of these first few sets from Counties. Have they got to the end of a set yet? Maybe one?
I think probably one. But you can see how dangerous they are. You see here it's the Curtis to Curtis twin connection. Tries to flick it out to her sister. Goes forward. Not much space there for Taylor to move down that left edge either.
Yeah, and wasn't forward by much either. I'm not sure if you saw that one last night, but a controversy, the Roosters-Panthers game. That James Tedesco pass rule to go forward. Of course, the Panthers putting it on the Roosters, 30 points to 10 last night. More finals footy to come for the NRL. But for now, here we are, Rugby League Park. The Orcas hot on the attack. Down the short side. Oh, not much space there. Collins looking to do some damage as the gate gets slammed. So the Orcas now. That's the way you run the ball. Counties defense equal to the task. And a nice little shifting play out to the right. They were caught out here a few sets earlier. Does well to keep hold of the ball there. Uruamu Taiki, the winger. So kick there from Burgess. As boggled, referee calls play on. And this could be an equaliser for Wellington. You betcha.
It's a try to the Wellington Orcas. Great work there. They just built the pressure on attack. You see Burgess, she shapes to go right, stabs a little one through off her left boot, and it's picked up by Tuangalu, who goes over. And as you said, makes it an equaliser. Burgess kick to come, almost right in front. But Tuangalu, she was strong on attack for this Wellington side last week. Just charges straight up the middle, not afraid to take on any defensive side, and is always in and around the play, and that's the kind of rewards you get.
So, as you mentioned, kick right in front here for Burgess. So, it was off her boot that they equalised, and it's off her boot that they now lead by 2. Wellington 6 points over Counties 4. Another look at that try. It ain't pretty,
But they'll take it.
but they'll take it.
Well, there's a little grubber through from Burgess there in Counties Manukau. They had it, but they couldn't quite pick it up. It was a knock on, and as I said, Tuangalu is always in and amongst the action. She was able to pick it up and go over for the first points of the day for this Wellington Orcas side. But that's exactly what they can do when they complete their sets and they build their pressure on attack. We saw them early go out to their left edge. Then they use a whole width of the field. They found Burgess, who is their main playmaker, and she was able to come up with some points for her side.
Well, with 15 minutes gone on the clock, you wouldn't be expecting Counties to be down in this one. As we reset play, but you did mention the start for Wellington last week. You said they started well.
They did, and it was stuff like this. They had so many players putting their hands up, but then as the fatigue starts to set in with so much physical contact, those errors started creeping in, but they look much sharper this week. And a reminder, this is only round 2, so a lot of these teams are just starting to come together, get a feel for each other, starting to gel. And I like the way this Wellington Orcas side have started. They've really built on last week. Another strong run by Tuangalu here, hard to take down in the tackle.
She's been a fantastic go forward. The second carry of the set, getting through plenty of work here, Tuangalu. And Wellington again, looking dangerous down that left edge. Collins, she's shaped up, ready to go again. There's only 2 defenders there from Counties. They try to utilise the short side. It's poor execution there from the centre wing combo. As that pass from Leota is ruled forward, but I suppose they're making mistakes in the right part of the field.
Well, that they are, and that left edge for Wellington Orcas was strong last week. That connection with McKinnon and Tuangalu, they found some great space down on that left edge, just off some really good service from Marianne Collins. So you can see what they're trying to do, but obviously Counties Manukau, they've done their homework, and they keep shutting them down over there.
So Counties with the ball back now. Getting forward with ball in hand, not a problem for these guys as they look to do it straight off the scrum. It's knocked back from Wellington, so play on is the call. As Piniata plays it. Strong run there from Nathan. They're shaped up to the right. Wellington scrambling now. Can they hold on? On tackle 3, Solivi. Oh, no. Can they hold on? The answer is no. There's no stopping Ana Tamalolo from that distance.
And she's been one of the strongest players so far in this opening 17 minutes for Counties Manukau. We saw it off the first kickoff, and then she did exactly that, charge straight over the line. But it all started down this end of the park, where Wellington Orcas handed over possession. And one of the Curtis sisters, we'll find out who it was, got a line break straight up the middle. Wellington Orcas got hand to ball, but County still maintained possession and so close to the line. You cannot stop Ana Tamalolo.
Yeah, well, Wellington, their defense in 6s and 7s there, barely able to get back to the line. And of course, you're not going to stop her standing flat-footed on your try line. Counties girls back in front now. So Counties line it up. Kick goes through. It's a 4-point lead once again as we approach the 20-minute mark here in the first half. Another look there of Anatol Malolo. So dangerous. Wellington still without an answer for stopping her.
And this just shows how quickly momentum can shift in these games. Counties, they were up, and then the Wellington Orcas struck, but straight away off the back of an Orcas mistake, Counties Manukau go back in front. When Wellington went over, that's the first points scored against this County side so far this season. They haven't really been under pressure like this before, but they'll take a lot of confidence from last week, knowing that they can find points.
So Burgess restarts play. Big winding run off the back fence. Numbers in there. Markers barely able to get back to their place before the next one comes. Great defense there. Tuangalu underneath. As Counties keep coming. Now a little shift to the left. Great defense here from Wellington. Every time that shift comes, they seem to be up and ready and really getting in the face of Curtis there, putting her under pressure.
Well, they are, and they know how fast the Curtis sisters are when they do have the ball in hand. So it's good to see the defence get up quickly, nice and early. They've got that line speed, as they know as soon as Counties start shifting that ball out to that left edge, they need to connect defensively.
So Wellington had the lead. They owned it for a moment. Counties back in front now, leading by 4. Just 15 minutes to play here in the first half. Anderson. Omede thinks about the offload but decides to keep hold. And she'll play it back to Tawny Burgess as they look to keep things going down the left. Collins, an early kick. There's no one back there. Orcas chasing through. Oh, just about. The ball is left behind. So Counties end up with the ball in touch, but I think we'll come back for the initial knock on.
You see it here, Marianne Collins, she puts boot to ball. She noticed that no one was at home from Counties Manukau. She chips it over the top of the defensive line. She had 3 chases there. They just weren't able to hold on to it.
So Counties with the ball back now. Have they? Have they got the ball? Yes, they do. So the last time they went left, there was a dangerous play off the scrum, leading to the breakdown field. And something similar here. Some real enterprising play off the scrum. Sees Curtis breaking away. Defenders scrambling to get back now. Piniata, there's no one at the back at the moment. Piniata makes her way there now. There's Solovi at dummy half. Punching forward now. Katrina Nathan. Stingrays. Keeping it alive. It's a little flick out the back. The ball went to ground, but it was picked up. And now Counties making the most of some Wellington backs turned. Here they go, right edge. Oh, wow. Collins. And not the first time today, Marianne Collins with a big defensive play.
Oh, it was a great hit. Marianne Collins on the Counties Manukau player. Just rocked her and got that ball loose. We get another look at it here, just straight in with that right shoulder. As we've said, we've been treated to some great hits all game from both these sides with just over 10 minutes left to play in this first half. But Counties Manukau always looking dangerous when they're on attack.
Great D there from Collins, winning the ball back for Wellington. And here they go now, looking to get out of their half. Anderson. Burgess shows one, slices through just about. She's brought down one-on-one. Piniata throws out the right-hand fin, but the numbers are there to push her back over the Wellington side of halfway. Anderson. Omede. Not much doing on the right edge for Wellington, so I'll send her back to the left. Burgess looking for Collins. There she is. She kicked last time. This time it's a run to the line, looking for some support coming through. But just a little off there.
Well, she got that right arm free, and she got it around the back of the defender, trying to get an offload to one of her players who was running a great line. Might have been McKinnon. But County's Manukau defence were also up in their faces.
Well, it's been a great contest so far. Counties again with another scrum. So dangerous today with these little set plays that they have. This time, however, Wellington shutting that one down. And on tackle two. A powerful run now from Annalise Biddle as we see some interchanges start to come rolling through. Solovi, wide pass. Oh, question mark on the pass there. They were looking dangerous for a second. It was Lords Tuiala flashing around the back. It ended up in her hands eventually, but we've come back for the forward pass.
And it looks like just an injury here to one of the County's Manukau players. Which is unfortunate to see because they've been so dominant, their forward pack. They've been great in this match. We get another look here. Strong defence from the Wellington Orcas side. And it's just this next play as they head out to that right edge. Goes out the back, you see it here. Forward off the hands from their half back in grey. In Fetarika, she's been outstanding for this side. You can see her just a little bit of a limp, but she stayed out there, which is good to see. Nothing too serious.
Well, Danny Nicole Gray, she's fresh off the New Zealand Secondary Schools Nationals, where she was playing for Auckland Girls Grammar just last week. So great to see the young ones coming through. Got to mention her sister too, just year 9, playing for the Auckland Girls Grammar top side. So 2 more sisters you can keep your eyes on for Counties. As Wellington now with the ball back in hand.
Tyra Leota there just trying to charge it up for this Wellington side. Another player who was strong for the Orcas last week in their loss against Canterbury.
Well, I've been impressed with the defence of Lisa Edwards-Rua in the 5 jersey for Counties. They've asked some big questions out on that right edge for Wellington. Of course, Rua just got all the answers at the moment.
And the referee saying they just stayed a little bit too long in that tackle there, but I have been impressed with Counties Manukau and their defence and how they're able to dominate the ruck, dominate the tackles, turn the Wellington Orcas onto their backs, just slowing that play the ball.
So Ruamu Taaki a little off the mark there. She opts for the tap and go. 20 metres out now. Can the Orcas get themselves back in front? A strong run there. Sets a platform on tackle 2 for Anderson. She jumps out, she has options. Tungalu. Keep your eye on Tawny Burgess in the 7. She goes right, but the ball goes left. There's a little space there. Can they get it down? So she hasn't crossed the line yet. Still short. Referee calls play on. Collins. There it is. Short ball there to Leota. And Wellington draw level.
Oh, great work from Wellington Orcas. This is exactly how dangerous they can be on attack when they are playing down the right end of the field, making the most of a penalty from Counties Manukau. They're so close to the line. I thought they were over in the tackle before, but Marianne Collins so dangerous with the ball in hand. Just a little offload to Tyra Leota to put the Wellington Orcas over for their second try of the day.
So tough kick coming up here. Wow, she's taken this one right back to the 30 almost.
It's Burgess as she lines the ball up. Maybe she's hoping some of the Wellington wind is behind her. It's going to help her with the distance.
So Burgess unable to convert. What a contest we have on our hands. With 5 minutes left in the first half, scores level. Wellington 10, Counties 10.
Well, and it's a true reflection of what this game has provided. It's been entertaining. Both teams have been strong at both ends of the park, on attack and on defence. And as I said, it's really reflected in the scoreline at the moment. Wellington Orcas, you'd say, with the momentum after that try. They'll want to have a strong set here.
Yeah, what's their game plan here with 5 minutes left in the first half? Do you think they'll be happy with a 10-all draw?
At this point, yes, because they were in the same position last week heading into half-time, and it was actually off the kickoff where they handed over possession to Canterbury. So for them, they would have spoken about this from last week, and it's about maintaining possession, getting down the other end of the field, and if they can't get a repeat set, making Counties having to work off their own line.
So a very crucial set here for Wellington coming up. Can they get to the kick? Of course, a big blow for Counties there. Maitua Fetirika. Little shot there of the ice pack on her knee. Hopefully nothing too serious.
And that's a great response from Counties off the back of a Wellington Orcas try in the kickoff. They're able to just use their strong defence to drive the Orcas over the sideline. They'll get the ball just inside the 40 with just over 3 minutes left here in this first half. They'll want to head into the changing room with all momentum and possibly some more points on the scoreboard.
Well, they're certainly in the right part of the field to do it. So Counties now in the driver's seat, 20 metres out. Some nice little late feet there. Winning a quick play the ball. Solivi making the most. Tipping on there to Carlin Lasoa. She's driven back in the tackle as Solivi goes right. Keep your eyes on Nickel Gray here. There she is in the 7 jersey, but she's wrapped up. Plays it slowly. Solivi is still on down the right side here. Asking some good questions of this Wellington defense that come up with a little bit of defensive brilliance on their try line. Just at the right time.
Well, at the right time, and you can see the Wellington Orcas, how happy they are. You could hear the crowd as well. They breathe a sigh of relief. You can see here Counties, they start to angle back towards the post. The defence is up off their line in their faces, forcing the error, exactly what they needed, because we've seen how damaging Counties can be when they're so close to the line.
It was a smart run there, getting back behind the ruck, taking play to the other side of the defence. Caught that Wellington right edge, napping a little bit, but they dodge a bullet, and if they can keep hold of the ball here, wowee, some big shots coming through.
And even though they just made a mistake, Counties are showing exactly what they want to do. Keep Wellington down here, strong on defence. Wellington just trying to find some space.
So the Orcas now, with a bit of wind in their sails. Up towards halfway. Plays it back to Anderson. She finds Collins. Collins with a kick in behind. She seems to be getting some joy down that left edge when it comes to finding space. And the Orcas now riding this momentum that they have right up until half-time. 30 seconds left. Counties looking for a possible shift here to get them out of trouble. Oh, wow. Another plot twist.
Well, they lose possession. Just as sloppy in the ruck there. The Orcas will get the ball back, feed the scrum on the 30-metre line. And Counties will be disappointed right before halftime to turn over possession, to cough it up. Marianne Collins, she'll feed this scrum.
Well, there's another great tackle there from Tuangalu. She stayed down for a second in back play, but she's back on her feet. And here come the Orcas now. Of course, the clock on our scoreboard may be a little bit different to what the match manager has on their stopwatch. So as soon as the siren goes, you know it's going to be half-time. But until then we keep rolling. Burgess. She got Tuangalu. And a one-on-one tackle. Can she spin free? The Counties defense is there to finish the job. Burgess is on the right. Anderson's pointing left and right. Nice little deception there from the dummy half as they go left. Collins. One-on-one. Looks to beat the tackle. She won't offload. But she plays it eventually. Anderson now to Burgess. Burgess boots a ball. Sends it over to the corner. Question on Rua. What a catch! Oh, wow. So referee has ruled that it's ball's been knocked forward into Rua perhaps, or maybe a little bobble in the on the put down. I'd love to see another look on that. Counties, they're not waiting for the replay. They're straight into it. 20-metre tap. Here we go through Rua. As we just have a look at that. Great kick. Great chase. Oh, wow. You know what? I mentioned the defensive efforts of Rua. That one there, try saver.
Well, a try saver without a doubt. Manages to get the ball loose, and straight away she knew, and she picked up that ball quick into transition. She did well to get her team out of trouble there as they're working their way up the field. She has another run up in this set of defence. Not sure if anyone let the match manager know it's only 35 minutes. So there we go. As we hear the halftime, who to go.
Well, play on. We're not done yet. We play to the whistle, not to the siren as Counties look to keep it going. Ball's still alive. As they play hot potato, Curtis still going. Wrapped up eventually, and this time it's held in there. So 10 points to all. 10 points all. Fantastic first half. Everything to play for. So we'll be back shortly with our first half highlights. Well, welcome back to Rugby League Park, Wellington. Courtney, if I asked you before the game what you thought the score would be at halftime, would you have picked this score?
I would not have, especially off the back of last week. The Stingrays, they were so strong. They beat Waikato 40 points to 0. They know exactly how to find points, and then also defensively, they didn't allow any tries. But the Wellington Orcas, for me, it's the big shift they've made from last week to this week. You can see it in them, the determination. We heard it from their coach pre-game. And so we've been treated to an absolute delight here this afternoon of Rugby League.
And Counties first to score first in that first half. Great work there from Curtis, but Wellington surprisingly hitting back against the run of play perhaps.
Well, that's right. They did well here. And Tuangalo, she scored the first points for the Orcas, always in amongst the play, whether it's on attack or defence. And she deserved that try. And then off the back of a Wellington Orcas mistake, handing over possession. You see here, one of the Curtis sisters got a line break. And they send the ball out to this left edge. They're so strong when they come off the back of a scrum. They make easy meters up the field. And it was Tomalolo who just forced her way over. She's been damaging from the very first kickoff and was able to put Counties back in front.
But wouldn't be for long. There's Marianne Collins, so dangerous down this left edge. And that time there, putting Tyra Liotta away. Conversion was unsuccessful, which means the scores were 10 points all. And then this play here, just when you think Wellington snatched the lead before half-time, Lisa Edwards-Rua with a massive play, forcing the error.
Well, it looked like a try for all money, didn't it, to the Wellington Orcas side, but great defence there from Counties. As you said, Rua, she's been great on attack, but great to see her with a try saver there right before halftime.
So 10 points all. We'll be right back with the second half. So welcome back to windy Wellington. 10 all the score, Orcas and the Stingrays. What a battle we have on our hands. Look at that. Great artistic shot there from our camera crew. Could be some Academy Awards coming up later this year for that shot.
Surely, we'll put it in. We'll put it in, up for nomination. Also great to see the fans come out, the spectators, to support these two sides. Great to have rugby league down in Wellington. You can see them there all rugged up. Everyone out to watch, even up there in the mountain, Anthony.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'll love one of these guys to grab a lawnmower, because somewhere under all that grass is some seats, I believe. At least give the gorse a spray.
But they've been treated to some fantastic rugby league this afternoon. It's been great to see from our Wahine there.
Yeah, hoodie season there in Wellington. I think every season's hoodie season in Wellington, is it?
You know what they say, though? On a good day down there, you can't beat it. I'll tell you what, some rugby league down there, you can't beat it either. As we almost get into the second half here at Wellington Park. Literally everyone's come out to watch today, I think. They also know where the cameras are, which is great. All giving us a wave there. Kia ora.
Yeah, great turnout here at Rugby League Park. And those numbers on the hill are growing. I don't know if they're coming out of the bush or walking up the gate, but here come the teams back to the field now.
I also wonder if the message went out, how good this game has been. It's 10-all here at half-time. They've sent out the message, come down and support our Wahine.
We could be on. We could be on for a win here. Don't miss out.
Especially against a very strong Counties Manukau side who had a big win last week, 40 points to 0. And they've sent the message out that Wellington are level with them at half-time.
Well, some scores coming through also for the championship grade for the women's comp. Northland beating Bay of Plenty 20 points to 8. Bay of Plenty 44-0 over Waikato. Wow. Tough times for Waikato Rugby League this year. Oh, little stumble there. As we get things back underway now. It's a deep kick. Oh, it's fumbled, but looks to have gone backwards. Referee agrees. There's Omede. Up over the 20 now. Here come the Orcas. Anderson out of dummy half. Tuangalu, so strong in the first half. In the middle of everything here, really leading this Wellington pack around. So nice little tip on there. So Kitty Grombeck didn't feature for the team last week. And a strong first set for the Orcas. Deep into Counties territory now on the 5th tackle. Collins takes it across field before putting in a kick. It's an awkward bounce, but cleaned up eventually for Counties. Good first set for Wellington there, Courtney.
Yeah, great first set for the Orcas. Exactly what they would have spoken about at halftime. Just maintaining possession, completing their sets, especially if they can't get a repeat set. They'll be very happy with that one. Making their way up the field, finding a little bit of space out on this left edge, threatening at times, especially when they get the ball in the hands of Tyra Leota. And they're looking to the ref here. Grombeck, she's been good since coming on for the Orcas. She had a great run in that first set and just strong on defense there, forcing the error. Getting a turnover for her side.
There's been a few Counties errors in this game, but almost all of them you could put down to Wellington defense. Great contact, shoulder on the ball.
Well, in just the way that they've been getting up off their line and driving the Counties attack back. They've been so strong defensively, which Counties wouldn't have experienced last week against that Waikato side with such a big win. Having this defence up in their face, pressure on the scoreboard.
So let's see what they can do in attack now. We talked about their defence. It's Collins pulled back for a little forward pass there, unfortunately.
When you can see exactly what Collins is trying to do, and she's so threatening with the ball in hand. She loves that little short ball.
Yeah, it just seems
you see it here.
It always seems to attract defenders every time she's on the ball. And Counties, one of the key features of that first half, their ability to break the line off the back of these scrums, as they look like they've got a nice little shape organised again. There's Taylor Curtis. Oh, ball just about popping out there. She manages to keep hold. Takes her time in the play the ball. This Counties pack rolling now. Keeping the ball up the middle of the field. Finding their front and just building nicely. Up towards the Wellington end. Now they play with a bit of width. Tip on, Collins. Oh.
And you hear from a few giggles there. I think it's P. Hemmer just saying, I'm all right. She was a bit worried at first.
Yeah.
But good sportsmanship there.
Oh, wow. So it was a smart little kick out of dummy half. It was just inside the 40. Might have caught the fullback a little bit off guard there. Piniata putting the ball down on the 30. And Counties having to fight hard for their meters on that last set.
Well, they were, and Piniata, she'll be disappointed. You could see it in her face. She had all the time in the world, but as you said, caught off guard there with the kick from dummy half. It just goes straight through her hands. And Counties on attack here. But she responds, Piniata, with a strong tackle on Curtis.
Yeah, looking to make up for it there, the Wellington fullback. As Counties looking to capitalise on this opportunity that they have been given. Great fight in the play the ball, wins them a penalty. Which they might look to just tap and go here. So keep your eyes on Lotto in the 13 jersey. She's on the right, but this time they go left. Annalise Biddle. Strong off the bench today. A little bit of push and shove there with the marker. There's one left on the ground, but they won't go that way. Under the post now. Spinning, Pukaya. Solovi goes herself. Can she spin free to get it down? No, she can't. The Wellington defense. Scenes of desperation there to hold that ball up. So on tackle 3. Come back to the 10, yeah. So she was held up in goal. So Solovi will play it back to Pukaya. As she organises her troops on the left. Here they go. Plenty of space there. Perhaps a little draw and pass here from Counties. They slide in on the left-hand corner. That Wellington right edge caught out eventually.
Well, and they went so close to that left edge. She did well to stay in field there. It's off the back of repeat sets from this Counties Manukau side. You can see it, as you said, Anthony. They've got the space out there. The fullback, Tuiala. Just a little bit of footwork, just creating that overlap. And Counties Manukau will open this first half with a try out to that left edge. But so tough for this Wellington Orcas side. Repeat sets defensively. It was Tuangalu who gave away another penalty for this Orcas side. They'll be disappointed in that one.
Great shifting play there from Counties. What's your thoughts here? If you're the winger for Wellington and you can see Counties have the overlap, you're in a difficult position. Do you jam in and try and fix it? Do you back off?
We can see she was kind of rangirua. She was in two minds with that one. She was backing off a little bit, waiting for her defences to come over, the rest of her defence players to come over. But unfortunately for her, Counties, they just had that overlap, and there was enough room down that left edge for Tuiala. She did well to stay in the field of play. Didn't look like she had much space at all on that left edge.
So Pihima from out wide to extend the Counties lead. It's looking good, but the flags stay down. 48 minutes gone in this one. Counties back in front. What do Wellington need to do to get back in front?
Well, for them, they need to have a strong defensive effort here, try and jam Counties Manukau down their own end, turn over some possession if they can. We've seen them do it throughout this game, just applying that pressure when they get up quickly defensively. And then we see just those areas creeping into their attack. So when they do have possession of the ball, they need to shift it out to these edges. They're very strong, especially when Mary Collins has the ball in hand. This left edge, they're able to find space. But as I said, it's just staying disciplined.
Well, they'll have to get the ball back first off this County side, which have a bit of momentum behind them now. They started this game with some big runs through the middle as they look to get back to that now. So Lisoa plays it back to Solovi. Frisia Pokaya. The Wellington defense scrambling at the moment, just able to get back before Counties launch another attack. Big run there from Loto. And now they're rolling. Shifting out to the right. Gray kicks. In behind, it's allowed to bounce. Cleaned up eventually. No, it's not. Ball stays in play. Curtis coming through. And just like that, Counties score again.
Well, in Counties, you can see it there, how happy they are. They go back-to-back tries off the back of a great set off the kickoff. Their forwards just gaining so many meters. And then a chip over the top. And unfortunately, Tuangalu, she got hand to ball. She couldn't force it over the dead ball line. And Sam Curtis, it is, was able to come through in from her wing and get a try for her side. But for me, a standout in that set was Loto for Counties Manukau. She's been dangerous when she's got the ball in hand. She has charging runs up the middle for her side, but also is so dangerous on attack. She's always looking to offload or plays that playmaking role and is able to get the ball away when she needs to.
Well, it was smart play from Counties there with a little kick over the top. As you mentioned, putting off Tungalu in a very uncomfortable position. And Counties now with an 8-point lead. Can they make it 10 off the back of this kick?
It's also a great chase there from Counties. As you said, Tuangalu, it wasn't a great bounce for her. It was, she tried to catch it above her head also and then forced it over the dead ball line, but she kind of looked up and she could see that the Counties Manukau chasers were just hot on her tail, just putting her under that pressure.
So Pihima, she didn't look too bad from the other side. Let's see how she goes from the right. Strikes it beautifully, although not enough mustard on the hot dog. Falls a little bit short there. The lead remains 8 points.
Well, in both her kicks, they've been on target. They just haven't had the legs behind them. But as you say, the Stingrays in the second half, they've opened up back-to-back tries. It was 10-all at half-time, but now they're 8 points ahead. 2 unconverted tries.
Well, any missed conversions in Wellington, I think we can just blame the wind, eh?
I agree.
Blame everything on the wind if you live in Wellington.
Mind you, look at that flag. It's not really blowing, is it?
So, Wellington, scoreless in the second half. Counties Manukau. Back with the ball in hand. Lesoa. Pukaya. Over halfway. So the markers are set, but the rest of the D-line might not be. As Solevi goes herself. She finds her front. Counties look like they got some numbers now. Out to the right. Gray tips on. Oh, Mary-Ann Collins for the 3rd time today. Not up in here. So Gray puts one down. Ooh, bobbled. Cleaned up by Piniata. She fights her way up towards the Counties end of the ground. Wellington now, it seems like the fatigue factor starting to set in as we approach the 50-minute mark of this one. Oh, no. Great defense here from Counties. And Wellington putting themselves under a whole lot of pressure here late in the game.
Well, they are, and you spoke about that fatigue. And it's quite apparent in this second half, in this opening.
Oh,
what
look
is
at that
it?
little baby suit
15
there.
minutes.
See that little baby suit? I need to get me one of them.
For you or for your kids?
Get one in every size, please. So, Counties looking to put the Orcas to the sword now. Can they go 3 tries up on this set? Pukaya puts the head down, pumps the leg, still going. There's bodies on the ground now for the Orcas. They're defending a player down. And it's going to show out on this left edge for Counties. Lords Tuiala. Centimetres short, she's stopped. There's no one on the left edge again for Wellington. Curtis was screaming for it. As they work things back towards the post. Go Gadget Arm stretching back to catch that one. Offloads, stays alive. Counties are in again.
Well, and as you said, there was no one out there defending that left edge from the Wellington Orcas side. And P. Hemish will go over for a double in this second half. You spoke about it earlier, just the fatigue starting to come into effect for the Wellington Orcas as they've had to defend for most of this second half. Charging runs from Counties Manukau, every one of their players in their pack, every time putting their hands up for a run at the ball. She said, go Gadget Arms there from Biddle. She's able to pull it in. Then there's just an offload and they're able to find that left edge once more to put P. Hammer over for a double.
It's actually, it's the super sub. Maruwa Sampson in the 20 jersey. She's come onto that left wing. So a bit of change there for Counties.
Oh, Aroha Mai. Sampson over on that left edge. Putting Counties 12 points ahead. And you asked me earlier, what do you do in that position? Now I'll ask you, especially when you're Wellington Orcas over there on that edge. They keep attacking. They always seem to be short a player. Lourdes Tuiala always sweeping around the back there for this Counties side.
Yeah, they know what they're doing, this Counties team. Very sharp operators. and a game plan which seems to be executed so well. I think if you're that Wellington right edge, you just hope for the best, I suppose. Do what you can and hope for the best. So conversion misses. It's still just 2 converted tries in it. 12 points of difference. Stingrays over the Orcas.
Well, in the Wellington Orcas, they've had absolutely no possession on attack in this second half. When they briefly had, they've coughed over possession.
Yeah, I think it was the first set, wasn't it, of the second half. That forward pass from Marianne Collins might have been the last time they were down on the Counties line. So, unless Counties want to hand the ball over. Oh, nice kick. They're going to get the ball back here.
Oh, and great work there. Great Rautaki, great strategy from this Wellington Orcas side. Opted for the short kickoff. Looked like Counties didn't quite have players in possession for it. Bounces over the sideline. You can see it here from Burgess. She's been hot with her left foot all game. And a great play here as the Wellington Orcas will feed the scrum just inside the 40 metres.
So from the scrum, Burgess drops off Tuangalu. That's offer Tuangalu in the number 2 jersey. Anderson points left, goes right. Burgess finding McKinnon there. McKinnon not happy with that one.
And it's just too high from Counties. Giving Wellington another opportunity down this end. They'll get the ball from 20 metres out. We've seen how dangerous they can be.
Well, let's see what they can come up with here. Tungalu in the 15 jersey. Oh, it's a tap and go. Not a bad play there. A few Counties defenders caught flat-footed on their try line. Bit of assistance there from Anderson to get the markers off. Referee says play it. So they do so eventually. Omere. Tungalu there in the 15 jersey. Keep your eyes on her. Here she goes. Off the left foot, straightens up. Push back from the Counties defense. Anderson calling her runners to go through flat as she goes out the back. Marianne Collins. She's dangerous. Looks long. Plays short. Don't let the eyes fool you. So fighting for every inch here. The Orcas. Play it back. Anderson. Short ball. Show and go. Blackburn Kingy. Just a couple metres out now. Counties defence holding strong. Burgess goes over the top. Collected well. Oh, yes. And the pass. Can she get it down? You betcha. Uruamu Taiaki with the try in the corner.
And that's exactly the response that this Wellington Orcas side would have wanted. Back-to-back penalties made their way down to Counties Manukau and hot on attack. And who else do they go to but Burgess? We spoke about how hot her boot has been in this game, that left foot chip over the top. And she's able to find McKinnon, who gets it out to Uruamu Taiaki, who goes over on that right edge.
Yeah, lovely kick from Burgess. If you can't go through him, let's go over him. Let's go around him.
And it's been great work all day from Burgess, from Marianne Collins, and also the service of Raquel Anderson out at dummy half for this Wellington Orcas side.
So Burgess taking this kick again, right back. That's a 30-metre line just in front of it. She must have misjudged the altitude that this field is at. As the kick falls short, 14 points to 22. So 8 points the difference. A reminder, it is 35-minute halves for the Women's Premiership. It's Lewis Papali'i there, scanning the field. The tactician making some changes here.
Well, plenty of hand signals from Nathan there. So you see her about to come back into this game. Counties started so well, back-to-back tries. Found another one, but Wellington Orcas, they've replied. Finding points in this second half, a charging run from them, exactly what you want off the back of a try down the other end. And it's Tara Kerr. She was strong last week for this side as they opt to go to the short side.
Well, it was a Counties error that opened the door for them on their last try. Let's see if they can get down there off the back of their own attack here. They seem to be doing everything right so far. As Caitlin Lewin crashes one up to the 40, but the ball has been lost. Plenty of high fives there for Counties as they breathe a sigh of relief.
Well, that they do, and that's disappointing for this Wellington Orcas side. We spoke about set completion in the first half. And this is just where it started to creep in last week for the Wellington Orcas. They would have spoken about it. I've liked the growth and the adjustments they've made from last week to this week. But it's going to be in this back quarter of this second half where they need to just be disciplined, maintain possession.
So Big D there, the Orcas, not scared to get their shoulders stuck in. The Stingrays rolling up towards the 40. Feterika, some strapping on that knee after that little injury she picked up in the first half. So Lotto, looks like she's moved into dummy half now. Gray, again, a similar kick to what we've seen before. Ofa Tungalu. She'll be breathing a sigh of relief also, because it looked like a carbon copy of a kick that came her way earlier in the second half.
Well, it sure did. They find the space behind her. And you see her, she just slips over right on the try line. And Lourdes Tuiala, a try goes begging for her. She'll be disappointed with that one. All she had to do is ground the ball. Unfortunately, couldn't do so. Wellington Orcas, they need a big set here, working the ball out of their own end.
Well, great vision from Gray. It's the second time now she's found a bit of space in behind the Orcas winger. And of course, it's a tough cleanup job when you hear that kick chase breathing down your neck. However, they dodge a bullet. They've got the ball back now on tackle 3, up on the 40. Anderson directs play, looking to go out the back. Comes off the knees of Tuingalu. So Counties were inches from scoring on the last set. Where will they end up this time? Lotto's on the right. Looks like the people's elbow hit the dummy half there. Solovi goes left. That Orcas right edge looking vulnerable again.
Well, they are, and the Counties, they've found so much success there all this game. But you can see Lotto, she's been quite the playmaker, directing traffic. She knows exactly where she wants her teammates to be as they angle back towards the post. You can hear the crowd starting to get into it.
So Lotto grubbers. That's a tricky one. Cleaned up well. No, it's not. Ball's loose. Play on. Counties are in again.
And it went begging before for Lourdes Tuiala, but she manages to go over in almost the exact spot where she was just moments earlier. And Lotto, she kicks a little grubber through. As you said, they've had success here all game. Peniata, I believe it was, couldn't manage to maintain possession of the ball. She coughs it up. and all smiles there from the fullback for this county side in Tuiala.
Yeah, got to take your hat off there to the right edge of counties. Just applying so much pressure on the back of every kick, every bounce. They're there in numbers. So Danny Nicole Gray, she's been smart with the boot today in open play. We'll see what she can do off the tee. Not a bad attempt, but it's off to the right. Flag stayed down. Score remains the same, 14 points to 26. As we approach the 63-minute mark. Just 7 minutes left in this one.
And it was such arm wrestle in that first half. But Counties Manukau, you really feel like they've started to get into fifth gear here in this second half. They've taken it up a whole other notch. They're just starting to get to work. We saw last week they know how to find the try line, winning that game over Waikato 40 points to 0. And once they've got that momentum and that confidence, they're very hard to stop.
So the Orcas, similar kickoff to where they got some joy last time, not this time. You mentioned the momentum of Counties Manukau. Do you put that down to that starting team coming back on for their second stint?
Well, absolutely, and they come on with such energy. And as we said earlier, you can see it here. Every player is putting their hand up. Everyone wants to run the ball up. Everyone's involved. I've also noticed they've got great communication. There's plenty of chat amongst this team. As we see Tomalolo, she's been damaging coming back on in this second half. Loto, always dangerous with the ball in hand.
So, fifth tackle.
Slow play the ball for Fetarika. We saw her earlier go down. As you said,
Oh,
strapping
what a
on
ball.
that right knee. The ball shifts out to the right edge to Curtis. Rua couldn't hold on to it.
Desperate defense here from Caitlin Lewin, chasing back. Wonderful effort, doing just enough to knock that ball loose from Edwards Rua.
And a great cutout ball to that right edge from Gray to Curtis. She tried to send it back on the inside to Rua. And as you said, great defense from Lewin, this Wellington Orcas side, to save her side.
Tell you what, not an easy day at the office for these Wellington middles. Got to take your hat off to Season Blackburn Kingy. First tackle of the game, she went flying off that carry from Tamalolo. She's played some big minutes. And even late in the game here, she's still getting her shoulder stuck into everything. Looking to get her team forward. So the Orcas put boot to ball. It's a tricky bounce. Cleaned up now by Tuiala. She'll play it 22 meters out from her line. Center of the field as the back five look to get busy. Rua finding Curtis, skipping out. Trying to spot some tired defenders there. Collins comes up to meet her. Solivi. There's an appeal for hands in the ruck to no avail. So with 4 minutes left in the second half.
We
There's
get a
still
look at it here. Leota just trying to dominate that ruck, and the ball just comes loose for Curtis. And the Orcas, they'll get possession just inside the 40 meters.
I'll tell you what, if they can score off this set, is there a little glimmer of hope for the Orcas there? Burgess with a questionable pass. Referee calls play on. Burgess is set up again down the right edge. Anderson from dummy half goes that way. Burgess, short ball. Great tackle there on Piniata. This is County's defense looking to protect their lead. Ball goes backwards. Referee says lost forward first. Curtis, high energy, forcing a turnover there.
It was great work from Taylor Curtis there to get some waves from the fans.
Is that Caesar? Caesar on the balcony.
But Taylor Curtis, that whole set there defensively, just got up and in the face of this Wellington Orcas side and managed to force the turnover.
So Counties with a nice little shift. Collins over the top. She looks a slow play down. Little deception there out of dummy half. Catches the markers flat-footed. Ball's lost. Anderson picks it up. So McKinnon's down in black plate. But she manages to stay out of the way. So the referee calls play on. So playing a number down here. Collins wants it down on the left side. Oh! Have you been to India? Well, get that India. Jada Temu gets crunched. Still coming though. There's no stopping these Orcas. One after the other. Tara Kerr coming off. Sorry, Tara Kerr with a carry there as they go Burgess. Oriomu Taiki. She scored a try there just moments earlier. Sounds like the Westpac helicopter coming over the top. So ball's held up. Lost count. Is that the fifth tackle there?
You're telling me, Anthony. But I tell you what, good defense from this Counties side. Just hit after hit on the Wellington Orcas. Less than a minute left to play here.
Less than a minute. Last tackle, Burgess rolls one in. Oh, it's juggled. The Orcas come through. Referee's going to give it. I'm not sure if they know how much time is left here. Maybe if they did, they'll be running to take this conversion.
And Anderson, she's in at dummy half. She sends the ball straight out to Burgess, who puts a grubber through. And Counties, they spill the ball. Wellington Orcas, plenty of players there to pounce on it.
So big smile there from Omede. I think there was a few candidates claiming that try, but we'll give it to her. So still an 8-point difference. You'll have to kick this for Wellington to have any chance in this one. And once again, taking the ball right the way back. So Tawny Burgess, a little bit of urgency here as she takes this one. Gives it a good nudge, but there goes the full-time siren. The favourites coming out on top for this one. Counties 26, Wellington 18.
Sammy.
And another good win here from Counties. They'll be very happy with that one. They're under pressure early from this Wellington Orcas side, 10-all at halftime. They haven't been put under pressure so far in these first two opening rounds. So they'll take a lot of confidence knowing that when they are under the pump, when they are under pressure, they can maintain their cool heads and come out on top.
Well, it was 10-all at halftime. Of course, Counties in the second half.
And we have a look here at the opening points from Counties Manukau in the first half, and it was Taylor Curtis going over for a try for her side. There's a reply from the Wellington Orcas down the other end through Tuangalu. A grubber off the foot of Burgess. But Tomalolo, so strong, so close to the line, right under the post. Forces her way over. Marianne Collins, dangerous all game with the ball in hand, able to find Leota to put the Orcas over. But Counties so strong out on this left edge. Sweeping runs from Tuiala, the fullback. They're able to send it out to Sampson, who maintains to stay within the field of play to put her side over. And once again was Gray with boot to ball, finding that space in behind off of Tuangalu. And it was Sam Curtis who was able to come up with a try for this county's side. Plenty of smiles for them, going back to back tries in this second half. And once again finding space on that left edge, Sampson going over, just relieving that pressure for this county side on the scoreboard. Burgess again with another kick. She was deadly with her boot today for her side. Loto, she was impressive, puts a grubber through. Peniata just coughing up possession. Great pressure from all of these counties' chasers. And Tuiala rewarded for all her efforts today. Another grubber. Both these sides finding success, putting the ball through on the ground. Wellington Orcas, they'll finish with a try. And they'll be happy with the way they've turned up today. They've built a lot from last week. However, it was counties who were successful today.
Yeah, well, it seems to be a common theme with those last tries. The fullbacks and wingers under pressure with those little grubbers and things like that. But we're going to have a chat to Lisa Rua, the county's captain. Sorry, it's Marianne Collins for the Wellington Orcas.
Kia ora. We're joined by Wellington Orcas, Raquel Anderson. Raquel, it was a hard-fought match, but putting aside the result, how was the performance?
Yeah, our girls have been putting in a lot of work each week, and we had a pretty tough game against Canterbury this week, so we just kind of wanted to knuckle down on some of the things we didn't get right last week, and I think we did come into this game doing exactly that. Our forwards ran through the middle really strong, and I think Counties really worked out edges and scored most of their tries out on the edges and on their kicks.
And so going forward, what are you hoping to build on?
Again, probably just working off their kick sets down into our red zone. So hopefully we just go back to training this week and work on those things with our wingers out the back and our fullback in the back as well.
It's pretty cold out here. Any message for the supporters?
Oh, thank you so much, supporters, for coming down and watching us, and to our family and friends. We really appreciate it, and big thank you to Counties for making the trip down today.
Hey, thank you so much.
Thank you.
So Wellington Orcas, they'll be taking on Waikato in their next game. We're going to have a chat to Lisa Rua as we see the county's team warming down. So week 3 there, Big Counties taking on Akaranga Falcons. That's next Saturday at 2 p.m. Highly anticipated matchup there.
Wellington Orcas taking on Waikato next week, both looking for their first wins of the season. We heard from their captain, Raquel Anderson, as we see the captain of Counties Manukau come in now.
26-18.
I think so. We're here with Counties Manukau, Lisa Edwards-Rua. Lisa, how was that?
It was very, very challenging. And we never thought any less coming down here either. We knew that they were going to bring it to us. And the score definitely reflects that effort out there. It was a really hard grind, but I think we stuck to our processes in moments and patches, but I think there's a lot of things that we can take away from this week going into next week's match.
Any standout performances? Shanice Pihema had put on some massive hits.
Oh yeah, she's amazing, our young little superstar Shanice, one of our Ahika girls. She's not usually a kicker, but she's got a big boot, so she definitely showed her skill in that area today, as well as her big hits and line running.
Well, congratulations, it was a wonderful match.
Thank you, thank you.
So Counties Manukau managed to go 2 out of 2 to kickstart their Women's Premiership comp this year. So we have a look at how things shape up on the table.
Well, Counties Manukau, they've been so strong and dominant. We know that they're at the top of the table. Wellington Orcas still looking for their first win of the season, but as we heard from their captain, Raquel Anderson, very happy with the growth that her team has made. Counties Manukau, though, they'll head home. Back up to Auckland, very happy.
Flying, I hope.
Well, hopefully they make it out of with that weather, flying out of Wellington. But as I said, it was challenging. It was a hard grind. Exactly what you want out of this competition.
So Wellington next week taking on Waikato. That'll be 12 p.m. the early game on Saturday. This Counties just running through their little debrief before they make their way to the airport. So Stingrays 26, Wellington 18. We'll be back tomorrow for some more Premiership football. Till then, thank you for joining us. Till next time.